Thank you, Adonis. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for sticking it out through the week. It's been a long week. Most of us have had quite an eventful few days. Before we get started, I'll be your chairman for the conference today. I'll be facilitating, and I just need to go through a few housekeeping by regulation. So there's no scheduled fire drills for today. So if you do hear the fire alarm, please calmly make your way to the nearest exit in a calm manner. Also, mobile phones, we don't like to hear them ringing during the conference, so please put your mobile phones on vibrate or silent. This conference supports a charity, so if we do hear your phone ring, we might just ask you to put 50 euros to the charity, right? Yes. We have as Adonis just said, we have an app. Please remember to scan it and use the app for the agenda and also to ask any questions to the panelists in case you don't want to raise your hand and you don't want to ask questions in front of the audience. So to get things started, I would like to invite Ms. Marina Hajimanoli, the Shipping Deputy Minister, to the stage to give us the welcome address. Thank you, Despina, for an excellent keynote speech. Great way to set the stage for what's going to happen today. So we have 3 sessions today, which are going to be pretty interesting because they're on topics that are very, very much spoken about in the industry today. Instead of just mentioning those topics to you, I thought I would do a short presentation just to cover the 3 different areas that we will be discussing in the 3 sessions today. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Peter Michael Haddad. I'm the Managing Director of OneNovation. We are a maritime technology service provider, and we are focusing in satellite communication and IT technologies for ships. We are part of the OneNet Group, and OneNet Group is also under the Fameline Holding Group umbrella. Okay. So the first topic, which kind of flows through all the other topics today, is AI. AI is a little bit of a cliche. I know you've heard it a lot. I'm trying to call it machine learning when it actually applies to machine learning. So what I would like to show you is just a short video on how machine learning has recently been able to do a visual and an audio real-time translation. You may have seen this before, but please bear in mind that this is all happening in real time. It's not recorded and then changed afterwards. So let's have a look at this video real quick.
NVIDIA Maxine reinvents real-time video communication with the magic of AI. Thanks to Maxine, we can now hear and see each other better, and we feel more connected and included, even when language becomes a barrier. To stay engaged with my audience, Maxine helps me keep eye contact with everyone on the call, whether it's 1 person or 100, and even if I'm reading a script.
¿Cómo puedes superar las barreras del lenguaje con Maxine?
While I don't speak Spanish, with Maxine's help, now I can.
Ahora puedo hablar tu idioma con mi propia voz. Impresionante, ¿no?
Magnífico.
Pas mal, mais est-ce que Maxine comprend aussi d'autres langues?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Maxine me permet aussi de parler français et bien d'autres langues. Wir würden mehr über die Magie von Maxine erzählen, aber du musst dich bis zur nächsten GTC gedulden. Bleib dran, damit du nichts verpasst.
Wunderbar, ich bin dabei.
So although that didn't look extremely impressive, it's got its evolution that it needs to take. But I'm sure that NVIDIA, as you all know, is leading this chip industry right now. Is going to develop some pretty interesting stuff. So next is something that Amazon released last week that's rolling out to all your Alexa devices voluntarily today, although not in Cyprus because I tried it already. AI can now hear, speak, and see, right? So I'm going to show you a video of Amazon presenting this new feature of Alexa. And what's important to know is that I'll explain afterwards why there was a pause. So this is how Alexa is going to be in your homes today.
Alexa, let's chat.
Hi there, what can I help you with?
How are you?
doing well. I am very happy to be able to help so many people every day by chatting with them. How about yourself?
Doing great. I'm happy to be sharing our latest innovations with our customers.
It's great to hear. Our customers are very important to us, and we're always looking for ways to improve their experience.
We'll get to that, but I have some questions for you. We'll get to that, but I have some questions for you.
Sure. What would you like to ask me?
How's my favorite football team doing? How's my favorite football team doing?
Vanderbilt football is ranked 5th in the SEC East at 2-2. They are not ranked in the AP, CFP, or coaches poll.
Okay, so I'm going to stop it there. You see that he had to repeat himself. First of all, never do live demonstration with technology. He had to repeat because Alexa will now have a camera, and if you're not looking directly to the camera, it will not assume you're speaking to it, so it will not respond to you. So he was not looking directly to it. So we got some interesting, technologies coming in AI, but let's see further down the line how we should apply it. So that covers the AI topic, right? Next, I want to touch a little bit about cybersecurity, which will be our second panel, right? Cybersecurity and AI is going to be a bit of a problem, as we all know, right? So there's an AI-generated password crack tool, which is Passcan. And they gave Passcan 15.6 million common passwords, right? Out of those 15.6 million passwords, 81% of them were cracked within the first month, 71% within the first day, 65% within the hour, and 51% within the minute. Those are 15.6 million common passwords. So there's a bit of a challenge coming in cybersecurity, right? Most of you get your passwords requirements when you sign up to a new site, 8 characters, numbers, letters, symbols, uppercase and lowercase, right? Passcan can crack that requirement within 7 hours. So I don't know if any of you knew how long it would take in the past, but 7 hours is ridiculously quick. Here's the rest of it. You hopefully know your password in your head and you don't have it written down somewhere. See where you fit in this criteria and ask yourself, what do you think AI is going to do for cybersecurity, right? Let's take a 10-digit PIN. There's 10 billion combinations of a 10-digit PIN, right? AI cracks that instantly, right? I have a really nice bank here in Cyprus that's restricting me to 4 digits. That's a bit of a problem, right? That's only 10,000 combinations and 1 million times less secure than the 10-digit. So we always have to understand AI is going to be great. These are the considerations we always have to have in mind. So moving on to satellite technology, which is our third panel. I'm going to just tell you 3 short points on satellite technology and how the satellite operators are trying to use these in the industry. I'm not talking about on the ship. I'm talking about in their network operation centers and on the actual satellites up in space. So one of them is dynamic resource allocation, right? Allocation of the frequency bands, orbital slots, and transponders based on demand and interference. Why? Because they can maximize throughput and minimize latency. Predictive maintenance. Algorithms predict when hardware is likely to fail. Of course, this is to schedule timely maintenance and reduce downtime. And then, of course, they're going to use it for cybersecurity to protect themselves, right? So AI-driven encryption and threat detection. So they'll counter those cyber attacks in the satellite infrastructure. So you can imagine that using AI can enable these operators to scale up without needing more infrastructure, right? They're making more efficient use of these technologies. Last topic, which is not on the agenda, but I have to mention it, is sustainability. This is a big problem we have to address in AI, because there's no doubt companies are investing and AI is going to be huge, right? Amazon invested $4 billion in Anthropic. Anthropic was started by one of the 3 engineers that started OpenAI. Microsoft invested $10 billion again into OpenAI, which makes it 80 to 90 billion worth today. So we have really, really big investments coming in. We're not stopping AI. It's going to happen. We just have to be sustainable about it. To give you a quick overview, data drives machine learning, right? Data collection, data storage leads to data center operations. And if you go into some numbers, which is the best I could find based on the information OpenAI gives about this, is that the production of a data center that runs a large learning module like ChatGPT-4 requires about 5,122 tons of CO2 emissions to build that data center. To run that operation on a daily, it's 2.5 tons of CO2 emissions. So you guys in shipping very well know how heavy ships are, but this is quite up there with that CO2 emission. So let's be sustainable. Let's be careful where we use AI in shipping. Let's not put it everywhere where it doesn't need to be, because it has a lot of considerations we have to do. Okay, on that note, I'd like to thank you and to tell you to enjoy the conference. And we'll be kicking off our first session, which is AI the next transformation in maritime? Can it be used to transform the way businesses operate and realize their goals? And to start off with the first presentation, I'd like to invite Mr. George Alexopoulos, Senior Counter Executive of Microsoft, to talk about OpenAI reference case.